kilometers, and it's tracking to the east-southeast and will be moving out of Fairfield County, possibly clipping southwest Lancaster County and moving into northern Kershaw County here over the next 30 to 45 minutes. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're seeing out there right now. Again, this is not, we'll start with the track here and just point out a few communities that could be dealing with this storm. Not moving terribly fast, but if you live in the Bucklick community, arrival time would be around 2:16 this afternoon. Once we get into southern Lancaster County and northern Kershaw County, Westville arrival time around 2:57, and then Kirkland around 3:03 this afternoon. Now, this storm is a supercell, which means it's a rotating storm. But the good news is there's not much of a threat for a tornado with this, at least for the time being. One way we can detect the rotation or the possibility of rotation within a storm is by looking at a couple of products we have, and our shear product, which tries to measure that, is not popping up anything at the moment. We can also look at our velocity product, and this shows where the wind is moving. Red is away from the radar near Columbia, green is toward the radar. So there may be some upper level high up in the sky where there is some modest rotation. That storm is rotating, but at the lowest levels of the cloud, it's really not rotating much. So we don't have much of a tornado threat with this, but especially with this little burst right here, we may have a threat for some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts crossing I-77 right now, moving into northeast sections of Fairfield County. Does look like this is going to miss Ridgeway. Again, more rural portions of Fairfield County immediately possibly to be impacted by this storm. And again, hail is a threat with this as well, where you see that gray on the map is where there's possibly some hail falling right now, again, right along that I-77 corridor. We can actually get a glimpse at an estimate of how big that hail is, and roughly dime size. So that's not quite too severe threshold, but this storm could very well strengthen over the next 45 minutes or so. So that severe thunderstorm warning, again, has been issued for parts of Fairfield County, just outside of Winnsboro. This storm is likely to miss Winnsboro just to the north here, but again, travelers along I-77 in the thick of it right now as the storm tracks to the east-southeast, probably going to just narrowly miss Great Falls and eventually track into northern Kershaw County over the next 30 to 45 minutes. So that's what's currently going on with this particular storm. Again, the hail and the wind is the primary concern with this. We do have additional storms trying to bubble up, and we have at least a low-end threat for severe weather today. But as far as other storms right now, just some isolated showers popping up. We have this stationary front that stretches from the north central to the east central portions of the Midlands right now, and that's where we're going to be watching for the possibility of more storms to fire up. So Fairfield, Kershaw, Sumter, Lee, Clarendon counties, you have the best chance at some afternoon showers and storms. The farther southwest you go, the less likely it is that you pick up any of those showers or storms today. With any storm, it will have at least some potential for severe weather. This is the latest outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, a level 1 marginal risk for severe storms across much of the Midlands, but again, especially northeast of I-26. That'll be the area with the best chance at some severe weather. And then we may have a second round later on tonight of storms, but I don't expect those to necessarily be severe. So here is the latest from Future Watch. The rest of the afternoon, again, will tend to favor the northeast Midlands for isolated storms. Might get a couple of storms to pop up southwest of I-26, but it's northeast of I-26 that has the best chance at a couple of those strong storms. As we head into the overnight hours late tonight, after midnight, there's going to be a strong cluster of storms that develops out near Tennessee and Alabama today. That's going to head our way late tonight. There is still some question whether or not this will hold together by the time it crosses the Appalachians and makes it here in the Midlands. If it does, we might get some early morning downpours. That will be most likely in the northern half of our area. As you can see, Columbia might be impacted by that, but it's just as likely that this fizzles out once it crosses the mountains and moves through upstate South Carolina. So this is not a guarantee, but at least it's possible later on tonight and very early in the morning on Wednesday. I do not expect those storms to be severe here locally. They're likely going to be weakening as they move our direction, but might be a noisy start to the day tomorrow. For some of you, that should clear out quickly, and by the time most of you are heading out the door, we are likely going to be rain-free at that time. So once again, if you're just joining us, we have one severe thunderstorm warning in place until 2:45 this afternoon. That includes Fairfield County as well as Kershaw County. Here it is. Again, a nice looking supercell here in the northeast corner of Fairfield County. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail possible with this storm as it tracks across northeast Fairfield County. It's going to clip southwest portions of Lancaster County and then track over northern portions of Kershaw County. Winnsboro, you're not in this severe thunderstorm warning. Ridgeway, you're not in the warning. Down the line toward Camden, you're not currently in the warning, but this storm is tracking to the east-southeast, so it shows at least some potential to move into northern portions of Kershaw County. I'll give you one more track here before I let you go. Again, moving generally to the east-southeast, not terribly quickly. So the communities of Bucklick around 221, the storm's knocking on your door right now. Over to Westville, 244 arrival time. Clyburn, Jordan Mill, closer to the top of the next hours when you could experience some severe weather. Currently, this storm impacting areas closer to I-77. In northern portions of Fairfield County. We'll keep an eye on the storm. If there's any updates, we'll hop back on social media. If a tornado warning happens to be issued, which we doubt